worked. That is amazing. I just fixed a bug, like literally fixed a bug right now. And I'm gonna do live coding. I built this feature literally today. So let's see how it goes. This is gonna be an amazing talk. And there are a lot of people here, a lot. Hi. Yes, I will fix that. But please keep engaging. Like, ask some nasty questions.
Does anybody here have access to Manus? Just play around with one of the codes.
So I think it's now I don't need to do anything. Just book me a hotel and then he just simply opens and next computing level.
Do you have to give your credit card to Manus?
No, not at this moment. Basically, but the thing is they are at the very early stage right now, I would say. So when I was trying to play with him, he basically just did it on booking.com. They just searched a flight for me and they stopped it, and it was successful. But they don't end up actually booking.
What is Manus? I think Emil's going to speak.
Yeah. So meanwhile, if you can see why it's not turning on. So who knows what is, by show of hands, who knows what's computer use? Okay, I will explain computer use. Computer use by Anthropic. It's a product by Anthropic. It's called computer use. Okay, who knows operator? By show of hands. Who knows operator? Okay, we'll also explain operator. There are a lot of people who don't know. And who knows BlindClicks? That's fine. Nobody knows it because I'm just spending like 2 hours every week, and I put it on my YouTube channel. I start recording, I do live coding, and I put it on my YouTube channel just building something for my wife. I will explain the backstory in just a minute. Alrighty, so let's start. I think we're pretty much done. I'm sitting because we are going to do a lot of live coding. And if you guys have a question, please feel free to right away interrupt me and ask me a question, because live, yeah, interrupt me, otherwise we'll lose the flow, and if you wait till the end. No, we're not live. I'm recording it for my YouTube channel, and then you will see it in a couple of days on my YouTube channel. Whew. Okay, so guys, we have got a checklist. This checklist is super simple. I'm going to do a little introduction about myself. We will see a diagram, a boring diagram, so that you get your mind cleared, like what is what and what is where, okay? And then after that, we'll do some vibe coding so that we get into the vibe of it. And if you don't, by show of hands, who knows what's vibe coding? Okay, I'm also going to explain vibe coding. And then we'll see, like do a live demo of BlindClicks. Hopefully everything will work, but let's see. If it didn't work, then I have a fallback, which is kind of like a video which I will play, and then you will understand the entire concept. and I'm looking for contributors for this open source project that I'm building, and you'll come and talk to me and tell me that you will contribute 10 hours every week for the rest of your life. And then we'll have Q&A at the end. Okay, let's go through the introduction. My name is Emil Sayer. I'm a software engineer. I have 23 years of experience building software. 7 or 8 years of that in AI and ML. I have a master's, well, I could have had a master's degree in AI, but I dropped out for my startup reason. And for the past 2.5 years, I have been building AI agents. One of the AI agents, which I will show you in just a minute. I'm specializing in this one specific corner, which is building AI agents without an API, using the user interface of that software that you're using. I have a lot of experience, 23 years. You can see like I'm mostly JavaScript developer, TypeScript, React, and full stack, but I also have a lot of experience with AI application layers, not model. And I'm also a very management guy. You can see I can talk. You can see I can give a presentation. Yet I'm a very good coder. I think I'm a good coder, and I speak 5 languages. And these are the companies that I've built in the past 9 years, but entirely like for the past 16 years of me being an entrepreneur, I built 5 companies, 2 agencies, 3 startups. This startup, VoiceKit, is the startup that I was building. I could quickly go and show you guys what I've built so that you can get a concept of what could have been possible in early 2023. So it is basically a voice AI agent. You install it on your phone, put it in your pocket, connect it through your car sound system. You talk to it. That is connected with your CRM. It's connected with your Slack, with your Microsoft Outlook, and so on. And then you work while you're driving. Why? Because there are a lot of, it's kind of like an orchestration layer. It connects with your stuff. Why? Because there are still these people called field sales in Germany on Autobahn. They spend a lot of time and they drive. During that drive time, they could have used VoiceKit, only if VoiceKit would have not been liquidated due to lack of funding. Although I brought a substantial amount of money from my savings, unfortunately I couldn't save it. But that's the part of the game. Startups come and go. This was one of them. And what we were basically building is, if you know this Samantha from Her, or if you know this car, Kit from Knight Rider, David Hasselhoff. So basically the name Kit came from there. Like it's not typo that it has 2 T's, it's the name of the car, Knight Industries, something, this car was called Kit. So we built it for 1.5 years. Now I'm bringing that knowledge to the market. I'm giving free workshops. The next workshop I have is on Saturday in this room. I can quickly give you guys access to scan that. Yeah, here, this is a free workshop. I'm gonna show you guys how to build an AI agent, a voice AI agent that you can take it home with you. It's gonna start at 10 a.m. until maybe 6 p.m. It's written 3 p.m., but it's gonna take a little bit longer than that. And then we will build an actual voice assistant that sits with you. I have it. In this link, when you go, I have recorded a demo of me showing my voice assistant when I'm driving. So that's what we are gonna build. Okay, enough of introduction. Let's go to the next step, the diagram. So I'm building a project for my YouTube channel. On my YouTube channel, you can find it and you can follow me every week. I've recorded just last Sunday the episode number 8. So this project is like 8 weeks old. So please be gentle if something breaks during this presentation because it's a baby project. And why am I calling it BlindClicks? It's because it clicks things blindly. In order for you to understand what am I talking about, let's go and explain what are those 2-3 products that we explain. What's Manus, what's OpenAI Operator, and what is Anthropic's computer use. So if we go to YouTube and we search for computer use, you will see a project that was announced 4 months ago by Anthropic, which does one thing very nicely. I have tried it. I have a video of that, trying it out. So here, what they do is they give a prompt to this thing, and it basically understands that prompt, takes control of the computer, starts executing the mouse and the keyboard, and it executes actual actions on the screen. That's basically computer use. It has like a prompt that says, please fill out the vendor request form for Ant Equipment Corporation using the data from the vendor spreadsheet or search portal labs and blah, blah, blah. And then that execution starts, and then it already knows, and then it, technically speaking, it takes a screenshot, understands the entire screen from different projects. There are a bunch of them, like some of them do an OCR-based recognition, some of them, there are a bunch of nice projects that give you a metadata of what is on the screen, what's clickable, what's not clickable, and things like that. So basically it performs in that scenario. It's a more declarative approach of using the computer. And then a month ago, Operator came by OpenAI, and this is basically the same thing. Unfortunately, it's not available yet in Europe, but if you have an American credit card, you should be able to use it using a VPN. Same concept. There is a chat window here. You give instructions on the chat window, and then you see a window here. So 4 or 5 months ago, when Anthropic released this computer use, I'm a Linux guy. I love hacking things around, and I was like, I want to know what do they do? Like, how do they mount this thing? I started a project called, it didn't have a name. I came up with the name very quickly. I called it BlindClicks. I said, let me see how this thing works. I ended up here, which became kind of like the, for those of you who don't know, like this is just a browser. It's Arc browser, and inside the browser, I just loaded a Linux operating system, the Mata distro of Linux operating system. It has a terminal, it has a menu, it has all the software that I have installed, it has a browser.
So it's a virtual machine, right?
So it's a virtual machine. It is right now being hosted on my computer through a Docker container. Okay. We will see that in the diagram. So I said, like, wait a minute, this can have a lot of potential. I came up with this diagram. And I have been doing it throughout the past 8 weeks on my YouTube channel live every single step. I said, what if I build this diagram? I use a small NPM package that's called Robot.js, which we'll do a little bit vibe coding about. Remind me that I should explain what's vibe coding. And then it produces some clicks and typing on a UI, on a user interface that is served through this Docker container that I just showed you. This project is called WebTop. So basically, you can search, you'll find a lot of information about how to configure a WebTop. And then if I can do this, this is basically the automation 101 on the system level, not in the browser level, not Playwright, not Puppeteer, not Selenium, but to the click level, to the operating system level, not to the HTML DOM level automation. And then I said, okay, this makes sense. How about I bring some vision fallback? If it doesn't work, the clicks are blocked, what do I do next? And then I can bring an LLM, especially with these OmniParser project from Microsoft and others that take a screenshot, analyzes it, gives you back with the metadata. It says that this in X and Y coordinate, you have a button. At this X and Y coordinate, you have a text box. The whole page is a login page. It has like this forgot link, it is down there. It gives you all the metadata, and there are a bunch of other projects like that. And I tried a bunch of them myself. I said like, wow, that's possible because I get the box. If you guys know CSS, there's this outer box, I forgot the property name. It gives you that. And then basically you can calculate the X and Y yourself. And then I said, wow, this is the birth of a project that I want to do. By the way, disclaimer, it is not a product. I'm not trying to sell something. I don't have any financial gains for this presentation. It's just something that I'm showing my skills on, like, publicly every week and through these meetups, so that SMEs who are actually my potential clients see this and hire me as a freelancer. So I'm not a founder. I'm done with startups at least for the next 1 or 2 years. No offense to startup founders, but That's a risky game, especially today because investors don't have money. All right, I'm brutal, sorry. Okay, then let's go and see where are we. So we did a quick run of the diagram. I'm going to do a little bit of vibe coding. What is vibe coding? Anyone knows what's vibe coding? Okay, so vibe coding was, what's the name of this guy? Krapati, Andrej Krapati. Yes. If you know, yes. This guy is the co-founder of, or used to be the co-founder of OpenAI, and he came with this term called vibe coding. And when I saw this tweet, it was like, how long ago? February the 3rd, 4 million views. And I was like, oh my God, I'm doing the same thing. I have been doing the same thing for a very, very long time. What is vibe coding? You'll see it in action in just a minute. It's basically going and talking to the LLM. You're an engineer, you imagine that there is no code there. You don't see the code, you keep clicking accept all. And we're gonna do that. Why am I doing this? Why am I doing this vibe coding session with you guys and then go and do the demo of this so that you know exactly, like, to the deep level, the potential of this project, what I'm building. And it has something to do with Manus, with computer. I forgot to show you guys Manus. If you guys don't know this company, you need to know it now. They launched it. A lot of people say that this is a DeepSeek moment for China. It's a Chinese company. They built something that basically works pretty much like computer use and like Anthropic, but this one is a little bit more organized. It has a lot of trained assistants that can go and do certain things for you. For example, on the left side, you see it provided a lot of CVs. It's now doing some research and so on, which I will show you in just a minute, a dative automation that I've done. What's dative, I'll explain. But basically, Manus is the company that will provide AI agents. Because their launch was so successful, they did it with an invite only, and their invite codes were being sold online for at least 1,000 to 2,000, 3,000 euros or dollars. So they are coming, it's just happening. They're just adding new GPUs to their servers so that they can afford the traffic, the incoming traffic. So basically, it's the AI agent, the general, oh, actually, I was just going to say this term. They call themselves the general AI agent. It is the general AI agent. By show of hands, who wants a quick definition of AI agents? Okay, I at least have one person. So an AI agent is a piece of software that can perform tasks for you. It basically gets instructions from you, and then it performs that. ChatGPT is not an AI agent. It's a bot. It gives you suggestions, but an AI agent can actually have access to tools that you have, like Microsoft Excel, your Outlook, your email, and so on. And then it goes and then performs that task. For example, a task could be compose an email for me. And then it goes and then goes to your email and composes that email for you. And it can do like a bunch of tasks all together. For example, you say, find all the leads of the SMEs and the founders of them should have used AI agent term at least once on their LinkedIn profile. This is a very specific task. I used to have a virtual assistant sitting in Philippines. She used to do this for me. Now an AI agent is doing it for me. I'm sorry, Diana. Her name was Diana. Yes, please? Okay. So let's go to the next step then.
Just a question.
Vibe coding, yes.
Between agent and agentic systems, do you see a clear definition line, which we can say the one is and the others?
I have a video of that, like these swipes, short videos, like can we call an automation that has an LLM call to it? Can we call it an AI agent? I've seen a lot of posts on the internet that criticize those people who say like, I built an AI agent, but they have like an LLM, and then the other guy or consultant is saying like, stop using this, it's not an AI agent, it's just an automation with an LLM. My answer to that is that that's bullcrap. Like, nothing is black and white. Simple definition is that if you have an automation that can perform intelligent tasks that can make decisions by itself, that can remember, it has a memory, it has access to tools. It's an AI agent. You can call it an AI agent. Alrighty, so let's start a quick demo here. I'm gonna, this part, what I'm doing is not vibe coding. It's just like normal things. So I'm gonna create this, open cursor. Now I'm gonna start vibe coding, okay? All right, so let's go here. I don't have yet, what is it called? Super Whisper. It's a voice app that Andrei Karpathy is using. I'm going to use the normal dictation, which I've been using forever on my Mac. So, can you please spin off a simple Node.js application using JavaScript, and then install Robot.js, and then click at the coordinates x10, y10. Node.js. I'm gonna fix the problems of.
Sounds cool, actually.
I'm just gonna fix the problems of what do you call it? No, this is Apple's problem. I think I'm a big fan of Apple, but I think Mark Zuckerberg is right. They haven't invented anything recently. Like, look, they don't give me a dictation tool that can understand my crappy English. So, and then install Robot.js. No.
I can highly recommend Whisper Flow for you.
Whisper Flow. It's called Whisper. There is another project called Super Whisper. This is on my list. I'm gonna start using this one, but I will also check Whisper Flow. This one is also kind of like, it has LLM and it's also Whisper, the Whisper project by OpenAI. So it kind of like contextually understands the terms and it will not make the mistakes that you just saw here. So let's go back to our code editor and then Robot.js is right, and then collect the coordinates extended.
That inference running your computer?
This inference runs on the computer. It is the dictation tool that comes with Mac OS. Yeah. Coordinates that clicks on x10 and y10. Okay, let's see what happens. So this is vibe coding. You don't see to the code. You just keep talking. I did a relevant post on LinkedIn 4 or 5 months ago about this. I said, like, in 2001 I was writing code in Visual Basic 6. In 2007 I was writing code with jQuery. In 2016 I was writing code with React. Now I write code in English language. I truly talk to my thing. So I think I don't know. I'm not looking at the thing. So let's see. It's an index.js. It says not found. Well, this much I should know what's going on. I will not prompt it. It just didn't. Or let's actually do the same thing as Andrei is doing. So I'm going to just literally copy paste this and then see what happens. It's just basically installing. We have to install the npm package, Robot.js.
You should actually update it and then use the agent mode. It's so much fluid. Just use 3.7 and that's.
Oh yeah?
Just like
Oh, remember. Yeah, true. I haven't done it. I won't do it live now, but yes, good point. Good point. So now if I do that, it starts in 3 seconds. Why did it? Okay, there we go. Did you see something happen? A magic happened? After 3 seconds, look what happens. My hands are up. The menu started clicking. Like that menu you see on this left corner, I didn't click it. What clicked it? This code. So I'm not gonna do this for, I'm not sure why did it put this timeout. Actually, let's put that, it's okay. Let's put it 100 milliseconds. And then what I wanna do is I wanna click here. How do I get the coordinates? With the screenshot tool. I just turn on the screenshot tool. Now I know coordinates. I need 2 volunteers on the front row. Raise your hand. Number 1, who's number 2? Number 2. You're X, you're Y, okay? Remember X68, Y74. I will ask you again what was the numbers, okay? So what it does is it moves here and it clicks. And I'm gonna say like, hey, can you please await, sleep. I said vibe coding. Now I'm getting into, I'm going to like write. No, this was cheating. Like, I said I'm going to do vibe coding, and then I'm getting into writing the code in myself. Okay. No, I'm going to, again, do vibe coding. No code exists there, okay? So I'm going to do this. Okay, can you please write a simple function that sleeps for 2 seconds? Basically, it blocks the execution for 2 seconds. And then after that, click on X.
68.
68, why? 74. It's okay. It's okay. It will make some mistakes, and then we'll fix it. All right, so let's see. All right, so what did it do? It created, at least it was intelligent. Sonnet was more intelligent than macOS. What was 68 and 74, right? 74. So if I run this program again, what it will do is it will not do anything. That's not gonna work with us. It removed, okay, it removed. Okay. Hey, please don't remove my code, which is already there. So there was another click, which was at X10, Y10. So this is vibe coding. You just keep talking, and then it will kind of like get into a vibe, and then it will go much faster.
So there can be a quarrel between you and this is
There could be a what?
like a little fight.
A little fine. Yeah, but the quality of this right now is bullshit. I don't know why they put this set timeout. I think it hallucinated from minute number 1, so therefore. But let's clean it a little bit. Unvibe. So it's gonna open that and then sleep and then go there, move the mouse there, and then click again. So let's try it again. 2 seconds. Wonderful, this happened. Mr. X, your number is 697. Mr. Y, your number is 177. I think you got the idea. I'm gonna just do it this way so it's faster. I'm gonna give it a little bit time so that the window loads. And then, X?
I forgot.
It's okay. 68?
177 for the one.
No, this was a new value. It should be,
I was just thinking about
so 785 and 175, okay? Oh, sorry. I'm getting the wrong things. Here, 697, 168. Remember?
yes.
Okay, what is 6?
697.
697, why? 168. So basically, if I run this, my hands are up, it's going there, clicking, waiting, clicking, and I just changed the system to light mode. But I'm a programmer, I want dark mode because otherwise light mode would attract bugs. Nobody heard this joke before. All right, so I really hope it was recorded. Yes, it is recorded. It's going well. Hi, everyone. Let's go now to the real demo. What I've been doing is I took this concept that we played with, and I put some stuff around this, okay? The first thing I put around it was let me quickly show you one thing, and I would really request you to, or maybe I do this request at the end, because first you need to get the value and then request for suspense so that you know what is the request coming. Alrighty, so what I did in the first was, so this is basically, this part was easy. Putting everything like whipped up in a container, spinning it off so that I can have a Linux running inside. And everything is recorded. You don't need to take, it will cut you a lot of time once you follow these things. It's a little bit unorganized playlist on my YouTube because I don't prepare for it. I just kind of like do vibe coding. But this is the next thing I did. I built a Next.js app. This thing you see on the left side is a Next.js app. On the right side, it's that container that's loaded here. Before we start tackling things around and I explain what is this thing, let's go back to Manus and see this example in here, in this particular location. And at least from the digital realm, we have some timestamps that my video went on the internet first. Where is it? It should be here, exactly the same place. This particular animation, look at this. They're putting these invoices or PDF files, in this case resumes, and they're uploading it. And what I have done is I said, like, I'm creating this boring project. I give it only 2 hours every week. But the problem is that I need to also sell it. I need to also buy Kartoffel and Brot, for those who knows German. And then I said, I'm going to make a very nice professional looking marketing video. I went and I did that exact thing. So this video, we'll quickly see this. And then I'm not going to play the sound and everything. I'm just trying to be very, very official, which I suck at. But I'm explaining, or I kind of like tune this thing for uploading invoices on Dativ. But the first prompt that goes here is basically that I'm asking it to kind of like, please go ahead and upload all these invoices. You see the same animation that was in Manus? And I say, like, please upload these invoices to Dativ, and then it takes all the actions necessary for that. It knows Dativ is a web application. It opens Firefox first, and then it knows that it has to go to this particular icon. It clicks that, and then Dativ needs login, and login is behind a two-factor authentication. This is the time that it asks me that please log into your Dativ, and then I pull my phone, I scan my face, I log into Dativ, and once the login process is over, I give back control to the bot. And this is what is going to happen with all the AI agents we'll see throughout the years to come. Human in the loop will always be needed. This is the moment that human in the loop is involved. I am the human in the loop. I think I'm human. And I go there and I pull my phone, I log in. Once I'm logged in, I basically go and say, hey, I'm done with the login process. Can you please move on? And then for all the clicks that you see from here onwards, it's done by this AI agent. It's just basically clicking, grabbing all the invoices, scrolling down, clicking upload, waiting for the upload to finish, goes down, scrolls again, clicks on the edit button. And then in this example, it was just these 3 boring invoices, but it can be automated for 1,000 invoices, and whenever it blocks, then it notifies a human in the loop. Right now, it's kind of like reading the OCR content from the invoice and then corrects it, reconciles it field by field by field. And then once it's done with one invoice, and then it rotates and then does for the next invoice and the next invoice and the next invoice. Once all the invoices are done, and then it basically notifies the user that, hey, I'm done with my task, what's the next task for me? So, and then everything that it does, it is logged. So kind of like event sourcing potentially. And then if you are afraid that something went wrong, it's a bulk action, and then it basically takes a step, and then you can do a rollback of the entire thing. So basically, this particular AI agent development framework is called BlindClicks, and we will see this in action. Now let's do that. Okay, so does anyone have like a specific idea in mind that we should automate right now, declaratively?
Oh, finding a term for the households.
Let's do that. For those who do not know what's a household, it's basically the doctor near to your house, pediatrician. So the first thing we'll do is this is a desktop application that I built that basically helps me capture these clicks. And you will see in episode number 7, I think I built it. So I will create a new workflow. I will say like doctor appointment, okay? Let's call it doctor appointment, and find a doctor appointment near to 12439 zip code. Okay, I'm going to create that, It's created. Ignore these messages. I haven't cleaned it up from the last demo I did. Now I have, basically what it does is it creates like a JSON file, that's it. And then now I have basically a simple workflow that sits there, and I see a bug coming right now. Doctor appointment, this looks good. It's clean because the coordinates are not captured yet. So the first thing this particular task will do, if everything is still wired up correctly, why am I scared? I'm not scared, but why am I concerned? Because I just fixed a bug sitting there, and I recorded my emotions live. You'll see it on my YouTube channel. So what do? The next step would be, I go to this menu, okay? So the first step to that is, you see when I move, this area changes? Yeah. And there is something very technical here I would like to show you if only time allows. It kind of adjusts to the screen size, and also it can run headless. You do not need to have this browser running in order for that task to be completed. So I go here and I say, all right, let's do a click here. I press Control twice. The dialog starts there. Click on the Start menu. I captured one action. And then I type here Firefox. So I open this, and then I say type Firefox. Type Firefox. And then what do I do next? The next thing is, let's actually run it and then see if it picks it, okay?
So you're just doing what you did before the cursor, right? But in a more like customer face.
Exactly. And I will explain why this thing will work much better than Anthropic and OpenAI all combined. For some reason, in this container, there is a problem that sometimes it gets stuck, and when I refresh it, not all the time, sometimes. This would be one of the tickets that the contributor that will work for the rest of his or her life on this project will fix, that when I refresh it, all the terminals, all the state is refreshed or cleaned up. So
We have just a few minutes left.
how much time?
2-3 minutes.
Yeah, I think it should be done in that much time. So I run this first. Typo. Okay, this is running. I need to do one more change here. This is intact, I think. Let's see if it's intact. Yeah, the connection is okay. The connection is running. I need to run that Electron.js app that I have. Okay, dokie, and then I have to. I just realized I forgot to do the run the screen recording on my computer so that we can see it later on. Okay, so we said doctor appointment, right? So the doctor appointment has those two actions for now. Let's see if it understands it. I will just say, can you please find a doctor appointment for me? This was a very bad prompt that oh, there you go. It picked it and then it opened the browser. So those were the two only actions. But look, my question here and the description here is totally different. And this is basically a tiny prompt box. Just consider it as a prompt that goes there. So the next step would be kind of like opening a tab here. So open a new tab. And then when you open a new tab, then type something. Let's say wait for a second. And then type something, doctor near me. Huh?
I don't know.
Yeah, no, let's type doctor near me. And then type doctor near me, whatever. And then, now if everything is connected, then if I say like, come on. Can you please find a doctor appointment near me? Yeah, it got it. I was worried that I said near me, and you see behind the thing, it kind of like, I should have minimized this. It basically typed that in Google. Now, maybe we would need to kind of like call it a day here, but you get the logic that whatever actions that you do, it is triggerable based on a instruction you give it from the chat window.
Scroll.
Pardon?
How do you scroll?
There is a Robot.js scroll method. Robot.js can scroll.
Okay.
So there is like this, robot.scroll mouse. And then you give it the right coordinates and then it scrolls down. So for example, with the demo video that I showed on Dativ, the accounting software, it scrolls down and then clicks a button.
Right.
So the whole concept is this, that you have a specific workflow, you document it either by using this desktop application or potentially in the future uploading a Loom video, a screen recording video. Because in the screen recording you have screens, you have the mouse pointer, you have the XY coordinates, and the person is talking. The blah, blah, blah is coming from the microphone, and that goes in the prompt. So basically, we don't need this desktop application in the future versions. You upload a screen recording, the system knows it. In a year, it has like hundreds of thousands of possible sequences that it knows. Basically, like the way you train an intern. And then this LLM layer knows which sequence should I execute. Let me quickly close. Okay, so we did that. Luckily, the fallback didn't happen, but I shamelessly showed the video anyways. Let me do the request, and then I will open the floor for the questions. So, if, by show of hands, who liked this? Okay, at least I see 10 people who liked it. And tomorrow I'm going to count that thing on my YouTube subscribers. Please subscribe. I need more subscribers.
So yeah, ready for questions?
Yes, let's do the questions, please.
You're not using an omniparser for now, or the idea is not to use it ever?
No, this will come in the future. Actually, I didn't know about omniparser as of today. Young Jin actually told me in the breakfast this morning. I didn't know about this project before. I knew that there should be a project like this. What I envisioned, I did a little bit Google. There was another thing, I forgot the name of this project, but there are a lot of projects happening like this that kind of like gives you a metadata of what it sees. Like Mistral OCR does this kind of a thing. It's not just, pardon?
They launched it recently.
They launched a week ago.
Just a week ago.
But that's more for kind of like document OCR. I don't believe on the UI screen metadata understanding it would be better than OmniParser. But I think this particular thing will be commoditized. There will be an AI API that you will call. It will give you back as fast, let's say, a second or two, with all the metadata that you need to know exactly where to click. And then once you know the new coordinates, for example, if you build a workflow and there is a banner coming on the top of the whole UI, all your X and Y coordinates are moved with an offset, right? If OmniParser gives you the right coordinates, and there's an LLM running and kind of like doing the vision fallback on the diagram, if you remember, and then it will decide, okay, all the coordinates are so much matching to the click coordinates, the BlindClicks that I have captured. Now I'm going to just put an offset on the top, and then the whole flow will work. And usually I'm focusing on SMEs and boring software and boring processes that still stays the same since 1996, and nobody changed that system. And that system will never have a banner. The click coordinates will never be changed. So this solution will work a lot much better than anything else out there. Because imagine if Dativ with those number of like small little checkboxes, if you want to click with that with OpenAI's operator, it's not possible. Why? Because it kind of like declaratively understands the screen and then clicks instead of like explicitly clicking at exact XY coordinates. Please.
The question is, why are you not focusing on the HTML like Selenium to select the tags of the HTML elements and then...
Because not all the legacy systems have a web application. That way, we would only be stuck in web browser. This way, we're kind of like open to the operating system level, and all those COBOL databases that are running in SMEs in Germany, all those Visual Basic 6 applications that are still running on a Windows XP or running, that can be automated with this.
So that's your niche, basically.
That's my niche. Yes, please.
There's a lot of legacy, by the way. Oh, gee.
That's a good news. The other day, I was super upset.
I can do so much about it.
Look, I woke up in the morning, I was super upset, laggish. I said, like, Germany, I need to go to the US. Every good thing happens there. In the night, I realized that, oh no, I'm building AI agents. I need a country where a lot of things are legacy. And I was super happy I went to bed. Exactly. Yes, I agree with you, yeah. Yes, please.
Obviously, this is a lot more powerful and versatile, but the first thing it reminded me of was like macro recorders back then.
VBA, yes.
But I think this obviously is a lot more versatile. Just
yes.
Something for food for thought. Why don't you think macro recording and VBA kicked off? Why wasn't it used?
I used to do VBA. I started my career from Visual Basic 6 in 2001, and I've never stopped. Like since 2001, I kept building web and mobile applications, starting from that desktop applications. To be honest, it was just a market shift. Like VBA was more on the desktop application layer. Everything went to the cloud, therefore like it became a script, and then it became JavaScript. Actually, when I'm doing JavaScript for 17 years, before that there was in the browser VB script. You could run VB, run it in the browser. Which browser exactly, I don't know. Maybe Internet Explorer, rest in peace. Okay.
One last question, then we will wrap up, and then you can go and bother him until 9 o'clock.
Yes, please.
Did you have like issues when you went to actually websites that they block you with this approach, so that you can access it and execute whatever it takes?
Yeah, that's a very good question. Like, do anti-bot blockers awake on this kind of an activity? To be honest, no, not as much as a automation tool that kind of like switches virtual machines or IP addresses and kind of like runs to the browser level, like the Selenium and the Puppeteer and the Playwright things. Because this is a computer that is on your desk and it's working. That's my idea, that it should run on a fixed computer, sitting at somewhere, and then you see actually the clicks moving. And this container that I showed you, it can be opened from anywhere. It can be even opened from your phone. You pull your phone, you get a notification or even a phone call. The workshop I'm going to do here is voice AI. So you receive a voice call from your AI agent, and then he says like, hey, for some reason, Dativ got logged out. Can you please log it in again? And then I pull my phone. I go and log in from the phone into that desktop that's sitting on my desk somewhere. The IP address does not change. Everything is authenticated. And then it will most probably be much, much better in bypassing the anti-bot algorithms than the normal automation solutions that are out there in the world. Wonderful. Thank you so much. I'm begging you, please subscribe.
Alrighty, that wraps it up for today. We have the space until 9.